Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you all can hear me really clear in this video. I'm not sure what the sound is going to be like because it's still a little breezy out here. I wanted to talk about this strange weather again and how we need to take advantage of it as well. I know that we have to look at the signs of what's happening. This is very strange, but we are about to cross over into January. And so another growing season is upon us. I want to just kind of encourage you all, even though we're having this strange weather, we still got to keep on living, and we can't make any assumptions about things. You know, a lot of people are very concerned about storms, and I understand because with all these strange weather patterns we've been seeing, the devastation some people have been living through, I certainly understand why there is a concern about the weather. But as I was looking around, certain crops that we have that probably should have died back by now, they're doing pretty good, okay? And so I said to myself, I don't know what the rest of this winter is going to look like, but I'm going to consider this a head start. And I'm also going to consider it a warning. Let me tell you why. I remember a few years back, I think it was about, I can't remember if it was 2008 or what. Okay, so that's been some time ago. I remember one year, don't quote me on the year, y'all. All I know is there was a year that came in, and it's almost like we went from winter right into summer. And so it was so hot out. We experienced an early drought, and a lot of our food just literally died because we didn't have enough water. At the time we had city water, we weren't on a well. And so it was very costly to even take care of your garden, very costly, because we had to use water from the tap. And our bill was so high at the time, we couldn't afford to pay what the bill was. And so a lot of our things were just dying from the drought. And I said to myself, man, this spring, just kind of this season just kind of skipped over spring. Sorry, I'm getting a little tongue-tied here trying to remember all of the events of that year. But I felt like we skipped over spring and went right into a scorching summer. And there was a time where I was getting so frustrated and so sad about the whole thing because we had put so much time into our garden that I literally cried. You know, I cried because it was dry outside. It was extremely dry. It was really hot. They even had a burn order in effect to where you couldn't burn anything because they were afraid that any type of burning could result in something catastrophic. You know what I mean? And I recall my husband praying, and he said, Father, give this woman some water, you know. And we got some rain. I think it was that day. The thing is, it was looking like it was going to rain. And then it just kind of skipped over us. You know, then the sun came out, and that's what caused me to cry. It was the next day that we got rain. But we had been without rain for so long that a lot of damage had already been done. And so I don't know what this next year is going to look like drought-wise. All I know is that with this very, very strange winter we are having, if we are going to have one of those early heat waves that normally comes in the summer, but it comes early and you don't get a spring, if that is going to happen, I want to caution all of you who have a certain time that you start to plant or a certain time that you start your seedlings. You might want to get started early. That's what we are doing. We are at the end of December going into January. And so we have these little small portable greenhouses that you can zip down just in case we do get some cold weather that comes in and tries to snap things. We're going to cover our seedlings, first of all, inside of those little small mini greenhouses, and then we're going to put them inside the big greenhouse. So they'll have 3 layers of protection inside of their domes, inside of the portable greenhouse, and inside of the actual greenhouse. We're going to set that whole unit inside. And we have several of those, just so we can see if we're going to get this early spring. If that happens, I want to be ready. Also, we want to prepare ourselves for any type of drought. Look up any type of drought relief for plants. Have extra watering things. There's one thing that we did do. We got a bunch of the blue barrels. The blue barrels, I believe they're 55 gallons. You can store water in those, put them near your crops. Get the water from whatever source you can while you can, and store them near your crops, so you'll have something near that you can water them with if that time does come, if a drought period, just decides to surprise us. Although I wouldn't be surprised at all, because the weather is very strange. Nothing right now surprises me, but I definitely say that we should prepare for whatever could happen. Okay? But anyway, this was a video to encourage those of you who are growing food to do the best that you can to save that food. And those of you who have not started to grow food, it's time to jump on the bandwagon. Okay? Times are getting rough. There are food shortages. Some of you are seeing them. Some of you are not, depending on where you live. But that's not to say that eventually those of you who have not seen them or noticed it in your area, that's not to say that it's not going to happen. So don't sit back and wait until it happens and then you're trying to figure out what you're going to do. Take care of it and handle your business now. I'm done with this video. I hope I've been an encouragement to someone. Until next time.